Midlife is your power era. Everyone talks about all the aches and the pains and the things that are going wrong in midlife. But today I'm going to flip the switch and I'm going to talk about all of the great things that happen when you get into mid-age and all the things that I wish I had known sooner. Welcome to Ever After 50. If you're new here, I'm Lori. I'm a midlife mom, working full-time, married, running a small business, also a pet owner, and also someone who is enjoying this stage of life and trying not to fight it. Today, we're celebrating the positive side of aging, the clarity, the confidence, the freedom, and yes, the beauty that comes along with it. In this video, I'm going to share 7 positive things about aging and things that I really wish that I had known a lot sooner. Stick around until the end, where I'm going to share with you my most valuable piece of information that I've learned over the years. The first thing is that you stop caring about what doesn't matter. There's so much freedom in not caring what people think anymore. And in our 50s and in midlife, your self-worth is more internal than external. In your 20s, you're so worried about the judgment of others, what people think. In your 30s, you're just trying to keep up and then keep up with the Joneses if you've got a family. And by midlife, you just do not have the time or energy for any nonsense or to deal with any of that. So there's so much freedom that comes with just not caring anymore about things that really do not make a difference in your life. Self-awareness is the most valuable form of power. And at this point in life, you know yourself better than anyone. And you have that feeling of clarity. You have confidence, clarity. You know what bothers you. You know what triggers you. You know what you like, what you don't like, what you'll tolerate, what you will tolerate. And it's the gift of truly knowing yourself, which helps you to make better choices in your life. You're more confident and it shows. There's something to be said about living through ups and downs, working a job, raising a family, taking care of a home. And this builds an unshakable confidence that, you realize I've been through a lot, I can get through a lot more, and I've got this, I can do this. Number 4 is that you prioritize happiness and not perfection. And perfection now takes a back seat. There's really no time to worry about all the small things and trying to be perfect. You sort of take joy now in the small things, whether it's just a long walk or coffee with a friend or, a movie with the family. There's no longer that need to feel that everything in life has to be perfect. There has to be perfectly planned parties. Your outfit has to be perfect. Your kids have to look perfect. Everyone has to behave perfectly. You've learned over the years that all that stuff just does not matter. Chasing perfectionism is a killer. And, there's more important things in life. And that's probably one of the key things is that, the prioritization of happiness is what's key. And, we're choosing peace and happiness over pressure and trying to be perfect. Number 5 is that you value relationships, and it's not about quantity of friends and relationships at this point. It's about value. And you look to people that, can provide value to you and that you also reciprocate. And, it's about having these deep-rooted connections with people who listen, who make you feel safe, people who show up for you and that you will also show up for. You kind of stop performing in relationships and you start being more present and you're more selective of, who you want to have in your circle. Number 6 is that you appreciate your body more and in a new way. Over the years, I've struggled with my weight. From the time I was 19 years old, I was diagnosed with PCOS. So I have had a battle with my weight for my entire adult life. And I would say that probably not until the last 5 years, I really started to have a shift in how I, thought and how I felt about my body. And, I've been mid-sized my entire adult life. And, but, when I think back now, I've struggled with this, but also I think, my body has also struggled. My body has also been through a war with PCOS and insulin resistance and now perimenopause. But I also think about how amazing it is that, this body has gifted me 2 children. This body allows me to move. It allows me to, travel. It allows me to, do activities with my family. And, we come to a point where we just accept that this is the way we are and we stop comparing. At least that's how I am. I've stopped comparing, to everyone else, who's thin, who, whether it be, the hair is different, the skin is different, the breasts are different, whatever it is. And accepting that this is my body, this is how it is. And it really has done wonders for me, and it's gotten me this far because, aging is a privilege and not everyone gets to do that, right? Not everyone gets to make it to this point. And I'm really proud of where I've come, and, my body has taken me this far. And we should really be thankful and more grateful that, we've made it this far and that our body has come through for us, basically. Number 7 is that you start to live intentionally. You've started to figure out that time is precious and you are very selective to what you want to do with your time. Midlife isn't a crisis, it's more of a wake up call. Aging isn't something to fight or to fear. It's, midlife is when everything really starts to make sense. And it's when you finally get to rewrite your story with more self love, more gratitude, more wisdom, more than you've ever had before. And, I'm so excited for, the possibilities of the future. I'm so excited to be my age. I'm 53. I will be 54. So tell me, what is one positive thing that you have noticed with midlife and aging that you didn't expect, and something that you'd like to share in the comments? But midlife isn't the end of everything. In my opinion, it's the beginning of the next chapter that is so exciting, and there's so many possibilities, and so much to look forward to. I mean, I think really every stage of life there is something really great and lessons to take from that. So thank you so much for watching until the end, and I hope that I have inspired all of you to change your opinions about midlife and what aging is all about. And I appreciate if you've watched until the very end. Bye for now.